It is a subject that every woman sitting here, including the one man, has opinions on motherhood or parenthood, I should say. Today's discussion is all about mommy guilt. Every mom has it at one point or another. We're going to find out exactly what it is from our panel of moms who are with us today to talk about their feelings on this topic. So we welcome Fox News anchor and new mom, Kristin Anderson. Tanya is here, Natalie is here, and Courtney is here. Good to see you, Natalie.
Nice to see you back again.
Thank you. It's good to be back home.
Senior producer who left to go to New York and now is back with us or to visit. So it's nice to see you back again.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
I want to jump in with Kristin because you got a 15-month-old, right? You have found what talking and connecting with other moms on this issue have helped. At least you found some sort of empowerment, but you found that there's a common denominator in all this with your moms.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's one of those topics, feeling guilty, that we talk about kind of like over coffee with our girlfriends, but every mom is talking about this topic, you know, because every mom feels it to some degree. I know for me, when my son was born, I was, gosh, he's so cute. Whenever you put the pictures up, they distract me.
You feel guilty right now?
I feel guilty right now. I'm struggling. No, at first, I got 3 months of maternity leave. It was amazing. I came back and it was not a problem. But then I really started to feel guilty when he got sick for the first time. And any new mom knows the first time your kid is sick, it's very traumatic. It's very scary. And I found myself before the news in the green room sobbing because my son was sick, and I felt like my heart was getting pulled in, you know, out of my chest. And I realized I was like feeding myself all this negative self-talk. Like, what am I doing? Like, why am I so selfish? Like, you know, and then I would fantasize about being a stay-at-home mom. And then the thought popped into my head, to my shame, what if he's not proud of me when he gets older? What if he says, you gave up your TV job to be at home? Why? You know? And so the guilt is just, you know, thankfully there are practical things we can do to lessen it a little bit, but it is real. It never ends.
Right. It never ends, yeah.
Do you guys share that same?
Oh, definitely.
You know? Yeah, chime in. What does she need to hear? What is your experience, and what do you want?
My experience, I think, is a little different in the sense that I work from home. So I'm a stay-at-home mom who's also trying to juggle. I have a website, and I'm a freelance producer and writer. So I try to do that and still be with her. And I find that I'm not devoting enough time to my career as I should. Yeah. And I feel guilty about that. And then when I do, and I get some outside help, or I, you know, take a meeting or go off and do something, then I feel guilty that I'm not with her. Because I don't have a conventional career at this point in time. So I'm constantly being torn on both of those ends and feeling guilty about, you know, spending more time in my career, or then when I do that actual time, not being with her. So it's a struggle, and I beat myself up as well.
All the time, huh?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Well, you guys all know what I do.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. And I know how busy you are, too.
Yeah,
You're
very busy.
creating.
I mean, you know, I feel guilty all the time for the exact same reasons that you feel guilty. But the one great thing is I've been so blessed to have a job that actually I get to make things for Ava, and I get to create things with her. But there are many times when I'm cooking and I'm at the stove and she wants me to be there to watch a movie. You know, what I have found is that you just have to know when enough is enough. You have to know when, okay, it is time to stop what I'm doing, no matter what that is, and I need to go and spend time with Ava.
But Courtney, you have 3. So does the guilt get ×3, or does it diminish after the first?
No, as Kristina had said, you do have less of it with each child.
How old are your children?
I have 8, 9, and 12. Okay. And so, yeah, you find your balance. With each one, you realize not to be so hypersensitive about little things. The sicknesses get easier. You realize, you know, they're going to get through them. The first one, like you said, is so awful. But we were talking about social media earlier, and I was saying I'm so glad with my first one that social media wasn't around.
Seriously.
Why?
Wait, what? Why?
Well, because we had a couple of girlfriends that you could roll things off of, and that was fine. Now you have millions of moms with their opinions and what's right and what's wrong, and don't do this, and
Pinterest,
you must
Instagram,
do this.
everyone's having the perfect party or the perfect,
exactly,
you know, whatever it is, lunchbox. The food on the lunchbox
only for that picture.
Daunting.
That it's perfect.
Exactly.
But even posting your kid's photo on the internet, sometimes I've had people make me feel guilty about doing that. Like, I can't believe that you would do that, and I can't believe you have
this weekend. Be
right?
careful.
I had a hard time adjusting with that.
Yeah, it's how much you share of your kids. But I don't necessarily disagree with some of those ideas, because I get inspired by Pinterest and I see what's possible, and I love it. I always try to choose awesome whenever I can. So when I'm going to do something with my boys, I'll try to have that.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe you don't get there.
It's about
but
having the right mindset. Like if you go in already feeling bad about yourself, already feeling guilty, do not go on Facebook or Pinterest.
Right.
It's not going to help you. You're going to go into a deep, dark hole of depression. If you're feeling you're doing a good job, then you can go on and pick and choose and have inspiration.
Yeah.
And I tried it for my site to do pretty pictures, but then give you the full story. Be like, this was a disaster. The kitchen was on fire.
Yes, be
I put my
honest
child in
about
front of
it.
a cartoon and gave her frozen food. You know, but transparency I think is key. None of us have it all together. Being honest about that.
That's important, and that's what my big mantra is now. Moms, we need to be nice to each other, especially on social media.
I agree, yeah.
Because I remember one post, my friend, well, I did some house cleaning on Facebook and kind of defriended, to be honest, because of this statement. She posted, so grateful, and I remember it word for word, so grateful. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I don't have to have strangers raise my kid. Oh. Ouch.
Ouch.
That
is a stinging
hurt
thing,
so
yeah.
much and so as moms, I think it's a responsibility we need to have is we're all trying our best, be on the same page, don't cut each other on social media.
We all have different circumstances.
We all have different struggles, absolutely right. So just to own that and support each other because we all go through it.
Absolutely.
You know?
Even if Ava had the binky until she was like 3.5 of the
Yes.
bottles, and it's like,
Just
can I tell you how
fine.
many moms make you feel so? Your kid is still on the bottle.
So I know
Yes.
3 is
Bad
the
mom.
most. I mean, 1 and 1 and 1, 7. Okay.
Yes.
So
Are you laughing at us right now?
No, I'm sympathizing with you because we all go through it,
been there.
and it's wonderful that we go through it because it means that we love our children more than anything in life itself. But I have news for you. You're never going to get over it, ever, because the bond is so strong. But it gets easier. It's really, really hard when they're babies. That's when you feel the most guilt. And as they get to be 12, it gets to be easier. But until they become adults, you even worry about them then. But it's just the natural way of things. So don't beat yourself up over it because they're all going to grow up. They're going to be teenagers, and there will come a time when they're going to say, "I hate you, Mom."
Oh, no.
They're going to say those words to you at one point, and that's
Not
okay
my
too.
kids.
No, but that's okay too. And you think, and I gave up my news career for this?
My 2-year-old just told me, "Go away, mommy."
Go away, Mommy.
She was trying to eat
Wow.
rocks, and I told her not to, and she said, "Go away, mama."
But we're all doing the right. We're all doing
It's
it.
already
Keep talking.
started.
I'll tell you, if you have any mommy topic or questions you'd like to share or ask with our family, please visit our Facebook page. We're all, wow, you all got quiet all of a sudden. You're so well behaved. You go to our Facebook page. We're going to come back and prune a little bit with Shirley.
That's right. You're going to learn how to keep those fruit trees really small but full of fruit.